You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Hit the Floor After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Hit the Floor After Show.
Yes! Woo! Join me, guys. Come on. What? No? Okay. Hey, Hit the Floor fans. What's going on? Welcome back. It has been a year. We are back here on AfterBuzz TV to break down the Season 2 premiere. And yes, Mr. James LaRosa, you did bring it. I'm your host, Alikona Bradford, and I'm joined by these fantastic, handsome, wonderful gentlemen.
What's going on? It's Mark Rodriguez.
What's going on? It's Nick Rodriguez.
So full of it, so full of it. We were just talking about how amazing it feels to be back, breaking down one of our favorite shows for you guys. A really juicy show. Of course, we started off with a sex scene. Leave it to Hit the Floor to do it that way.
Did it come out with it?
I mean, how was it? It was great. I mean, ladies, would you agree? It was quite amazing. We had the lovely Asha Hayes getting it on with Derek. What a way to start the season. Gee, Mark, how did you feel about that?
I was running late today. I apologize. You know, I'm usually very punctual. I show up on time. Today I was a little late. The traffic, got Memorial Day going on. So too bad I missed that scene, but you know, I'm sure it was good. Was it good? I mean, I would imagine it was really good.
This is what I'll say based off all the promos that we've seen. You know, we've seen them on Instagram, we've seen them on Facebook, we've seen the stuff all over VH1. And so, you know, especially with that real sweaty, sticky teaser promo, I feel that this was probably the best way to even open up the series again. Because,
well, you had to, because it ended that way. It ended on the car, they dented the car, all that great stuff. How else are you going to start it?
Right. Well, you know, leave it to good old James LaRosa, who wrote this episode.
Yeah, first episode, James LaRosa killing it.
Yes, and if you guys get a chance, we do have a behind the scenes. We haven't posted it yet. It is coming soon. But Nick and I were very fortunate enough to go on set to Paramount and interview some of the
running around, causing ruckus.
Ruckus everywhere, but you'll get to see what James is talking about. Anyhow, going back to the show, so we have this super steamy, sexy scene. At the same time, Asha's on the fence about whether or not she wants to do this thing with Derek. So what do you guys think? Do you think that she should go for it, or is she right to be a little bit hesitant because, I mean, he's a player?
But she's not on the fence, though, because, like, at the end of the day, she was like, well, you know, I don't want to do it, but I love you.
That's your impression? That's your impression?
That's my Asha impression. Yeah.
Wait, let me hear your McKinley impression then. I mean, Derek impression.
I need it a few octaves deeper.
Right, you know.
They both just sound like men in that relationship.
With my shirt off, then I'll do, well, you know, if you want to stay over, you might as well stay.
But she kind of has to. I mean, her going into this whole world, you know, she's taking the next step. Everybody kind of stepped up their game. You know, every single character, you know, people getting promoted, people taking new jobs, you know, it's like she needs something new too, and she got it.
Oh, yes, she did.
No, okay. I mean, for real. Like, do you really think that it'll last? Because, like you said, we know Derek is a player.
Yeah, but, okay, go ahead, sorry.
And, you know,
player
Asha,
on a couple different accounts. Player,
right. You know,
Hey, she could be a game changer, okay?
Why do women always think that?
They always think that.
Why do you always think
that? You know why? Because it's Hollywood. It's all Hollywood's fault. We watch movies, and movies make us believe that we can be that game changer. There's that bad boy, and, you know.
Well, because, I mean, I guess in any relationship, you're always going for that chase.
Right.
And, I mean, that's what girls will. I mean, she's definitely still looking at German. She's been with him for so long that she's gonna, you know, eventually, you know, feel those feelings. And as we see a little bit later, that she's gonna be doing it right in front of him and seeing him, and then she's gotta hide stuff. Mind just going crazy. Like,
But I think that Derek is a
deal with that.
whole new adventure. Like, yeah, she's still mourning the loss of her ex-boyfriend, but I think more so the situation,
He didn't
how
die.
everything happened. No, but you can mourn a relationship. Hush
Yeah,
your
for
mouth.
sure.
So it's still a little bit of a loss, and it still hurts because she was with him for so long. But at the same time, you have a new adventure waiting for you.
Right, and even Kyle was like, why aren't you moving in with him? Like, he's got money, he's got this, he's got that. Let me ask you this. Who is benefiting more from this relationship if it does work out? Like, or even like the first few months, you know, Derek's kind of been everywhere. He's got all these girls, this and that. He's gonna get tamed a little bit with this new girl, this game changer. Is he gonna benefit and live a happier life?
Yeah.
And then she's also gonna live a better, happier
Of course,
life?
they both benefit. Because
Equally?
maybe, yeah, well, you know, here's the thing. Maybe he's going to access a piece of his heart that he never did before because for whatever reason, his mommy issues, he's never had those feelings for a woman. So she's opening up a whole new side of him, bettering him. What's he doing for her? I mean, he has a nice house and he has money.
So
But
he-
is
so
that-
he's
is that
benefiting
it?
more?
Huh?
He has a nice house and he has money. Like,
I mean, okay, here's the thing. Did you guys notice a difference in his attitude? Season 1, he was really cocky. He was a butthole, right?
Can I get a redhead?
Can I
Right.
get a redhead? But now that he's with Asha, do you see a change in his attitude? I saw a little bit. I feel like there's a soft spot for her, but at the same time, do you think all the cockiness and all this and that is just gone out the window?
When you're cocky, always cocky. At the end of the day, you know,
He's like, I'm Derek Roman.
Yeah, this
He's-
is
yeah,
he is a relationship specialist. Tell him, Nick.
yeah,
Tell
I was
him.
there. Listen,
Nick
Oh, wow.
Rodriguez, come on.
coming from, you know, single guys' point of view, you know, me and Derek Roman are basically one and the same.
Oh, is that right?
So-
same jump shot and everything, right?
Same. I mean, you know, you saw
Yeah.
him miss the dunk. I missed the
missed
dunk.
dunk before.
You know, what I'm
10.
saying? So I'm saying, me and Derek are one and the same. But I mean, unless you find someone who can really bring it to you, and I don't feel that Asha is really bringing it to it because I feel like she's probably giving him like 70%. You know,
Of course she's scared.
Exactly. That's why she's not giving him the whole 100. And see, Derek is the type of person who needs the whole 100, but he needs someone who is you know, sure of themselves to
But
really.
if she
really
gives
do it.
him the full 100, she's going to get her heart broken. She's got to only give him 60, 70% so that he's still chasing. And on the other end, he's also, you know, acting like he's changing this and that. He's still got a little bit of cocky, which he has to have to keep her interested. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Kinda?
I suppose.
No?
No, I definitely get it. I just don't think that it's gonna last.
And if it does last, they got to take some time to change.
So wait, hold
Right.
on. Let me ask you guys this. What do you think his feelings are towards her? Do you think it's a temporary thing where he's just interested because it was a chase and because she's not like any other girl he's been with? Or do you think he truly, genuinely does have these deep emotions for her that could go somewhere?
The first one.
Really?
Yeah, never been more certain about anything in my life.
Are you just saying that because you want it to end because you don't want to see them make out on TV
No,
anymore
I'm not saying, no, hey, you know
for
what?
personal reasons?
No, that's not the reason. And let's address the elephant in the room real quickly. But and that was interesting for me. Like, how am I supposed to react? You know,
Well, what's the elephant? Somebody.
It's all make
Well,
believe,
even-
Mark.
You might not know.
No. But what I'm saying is like, so as you know, seeing someone in being in a relationship with someone that's having a relationship on the screen, you know, it's like, do I you know act like I don't care? Should I act like I care too much? Do I like
Right.
kind of care?
Right.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, now I don't even know if I care. You know.
Well, I mean, you know what it is, you know, and not being in this situation, but if I were you,
Therapist
Right.
and relationship expert, Nick
if
Purdue.
if I were you, because you guys seem to have a great relationship. So, you know, and at the end of the day, she's working, you're working, y'all having a good time. So, you know, take it for what it is. In fact, the steamier, the better. Because you know what it does for you? It steps your game up now. So now like, okay,
Oh,
that's what y'all
okay.
doing on TV? That's what y'all doing on TV though? That's okay.
Let me
All right,
show you.
okay.
I'm just
Come over, let me show you something.
Yeah, but wait, I'm gonna go to the gym.
Right, yeah. Let me do a
Back.
couple push-ups first and then I'm gonna show you something.
But
Surfboard.
yeah, but definitely leave it to McKinley and like obviously with Jonathan and everybody too, totally making me feel comfortable. You know, just
That's
really nice
nice.
guys for sure.
Mark
too.
is dating Taylor, by the way.
Yeah, if you guys haven't picked that one up yet.
And we're moving on.
So anyway,
But yeah, for sure. Glad we talked about that.
Yeah, I mean, just so
Thank-
people
thank
know
you. Thanks, Nick, for
going
telling me
forward.
what you
Just so people know going
Right.
forward.
So anyway. All right, let's go into Sloane. Let's talk about Sloane because she's obviously the new director, and her and Jelena are already hitting it off real great, as you can tell. And the thing about Sloane is she's still got a sweetness to her, whereas Olivia had edge. And maybe that's because Olivia's been in charge for such a long time and she's been with the group that she's a little tainted.
Right.
And Sloane got out of it. So she's going in with a pure heart, and we're a team, and if you need anything, I have an open door policy. And of course, Yelena's like, you're about to get chewed up, spit out, peace out. I don't even have to do anything because you're going to sabotage yourself.
Yeah. And do you think Jelena is who she is because of who she had to be because of Olivia?
Maybe. You know, that's a good thing. Maybe. Not a good thing, but a good point. Excuse me.
That's a good point, Mark.
See, we hired him for a reason.
Yeah, thanks.
Not just his boyish good looks.
Hey,
But anyways.
what are you looking at?
It's all you.
So anyway, no. But going back to, it's possible that maybe Jelena, also, we know nothing about her past. We don't know anything about her family. She's never talked about a mom, a dad, sister,
Can we get a
brother.
flashback?
Really? No,
a flashback
seriously,
into-
because there's got to be a reason why she's like that. And I feel like
sure.
it has to be a family issue. Not necessarily
Family
a
issue.
boyfriend issue, because her and Terrence had a somewhat wonderful relationship up until
Yeah,
recently.
what she seems like, a straight arrow. He's got, good head on his shoulders.
Does he?
But at the
Playing-
same time,
Playing
you
with
have
this
such a-
with this injury.
Overall, with everybody. Well, he's just trying to,
You know what? But here's the thing. What is the interest? What is the interest of Terrence, this guy who's got his head on his shoulders. He's very career driven. He's very smart. Earthed.
Down to earth. There you go.
down to earth.
I knew what you were trying to say. He's very earthy. He's very rugged. Listens to Lenny Kravitz. He's very,
My bad. So, what is the
It's
interest
the
with
business.
Jelena?
It's the
Jelena,
business.
But okay, and we talked about it with him about his character breakdown too. But at the same time, why wouldn't you want a good girl? She doesn't have to be goody two shoes, but she's hardcore.
But it's also like it's your career, so you're trying being the king and queen of the LA Devils, and plus even with Pete when he was playing, and then Lionel, who we meet a little bit later, she was the actress, and they were A-list and this and that. I mean, I think that's part of it, and maybe he sees who Jelena used to be, or maybe when he met her,
Maybe that's a possibility.
flashback, and maybe he still sees that and wants to change her. It's all about that chase. He
But
wants
here's
to
the thing.
make
Here's
it
the
better, or
thing.
what?
You know what your woman is doing to everybody else. It was only a matter of time before she did it to you.
Well, okay. Here's
saying.
Here's the thing. I mean, let's say it. Elena is
Elena?
gorgeous. Elena. I'm gonna mess up her name all season, so let's just get used to it now, guys. She's gorgeous, by the way. First of all, right? So it's okay. And she has this attitude. So guys, just like women are attracted to jerks and hard guys, guys, we have this attraction to, girls who are, a little snippy, a little conceited, this and that, and they know what they want. They're very headstrong. So I see that and I get that attraction. And then on top of that, like we saw in first season, their relationship, their chemistry, you tell that she was a freak in the sheets. What guy doesn't want a freak? So he's like, yeah, that's why he was.
But don't you want a lady in the streets?
But she
then a
was
freak
a
in them?
lady
Is that what the song says?
in the streets for most parts. Just
No, she was not. You
in-
shut your face. No, she was not.
The only time we ever saw anything like that was when he broke it off with her with the little proposal with the
metadone.
And we saw her break down for
She was a human.
7 seconds.
Yeah.
And then brought it back to
Well, no, I mean because she wears this mask and she wears this facade because that's her character, that's what she's portraying to the other dancers and this and that, yada yada yada.
That's what she
because
feels she has to be that.
right, if she plays weak, then she's gonna lose her 10%. Quote,
Okay,
unquote.
but she doesn't have to do that in her personal life. She didn't have to do that with
But no,
Terrence.
but we saw that in the personal life, she wasn't as hard essentially as she is around the girls because she's like, okay, I can finally take this mask off. But she was still playing the game. She was still very diabolical, still very chess-like moves with careers and this and that, yada yada yada. So.
Well, also too, speaking of Oscar, he said something really great, or at least a line that I liked, is when she was having her word with him and thinking she's this and that because she has 10% of the company and with all due respect. And he was like, actually, that's the last thing you show me is respect. So basically, shut your mouth and Sloane's going to do her thing.
And the best line I think of the night was owning 10% of Apple doesn't make you Steve Jobs
Right.
or Steve Jobs' boss.
Right.
Yeah.
That was
So,
great.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a good.
Shout out to Don Stark, man. Don Stark's a great
He
actor.
doesn't get enough love.
He doesn't. And I tweeted him, tweeted me back. Much less
See?
to Downstar.
Yeah, he's great.
So,
Anyways.
but and let's just German.
You know what? Here's the thing. This is going to be an interesting story because when we left him season 1, he was down on his manhood, if you will. He lost his girl. There's nothing wrong with being a college coach, but obviously he wanted more things for himself, and his girl is excelling and getting all the things that she
Was he
wanted.
a college coach or high
He
school?
was
High school. But he.
Nothing wrong with high school
No,
coaches either.
nothing at all. But it's just the
They don't
fact
make any
that
money.
he was
They don't make any money.
rude. So
They
anyway,
make some money.
Not compared to professional or college. They don't make any money. They don't make any money.
back to the story. Anyway,
saying?
no, but he's got these high hopes, and her doing her thing and living her dream, and him living in her shadow. It's like his self-confidence went down with everything else, with Derek, this, that, and whatever. So now is his opportunity to come back for himself. And I love that he said that, watching Asha get what she wants and live her dreams makes me want mine even more. So no, I'm not doing this to be close to her. I'm doing this for me. And I thought that was fantastic. I love seeing him strong again because I was getting sick and tired of seeing him being a mopey little boy.
Do you think that's 100% true?
I don't.
It's
not.
75%. Because it's important to fulfill your dreams. At the same time, if you happen to get
For
your
sure.
ex-girlfriend back, awesome.
Right.
But do you want your ex-girlfriend back after you know she's been sleeping with Derek? Do you really want to think about that?
I mean, I don't know if you want to think about it, but I mean, if you love this girl and if she is the love of your life and if you're like, I'm going to marry her, then yes, this is what I got to do. I'm going to do anything I can to get her back.
But here's the thing. Derek is always going to be in the picture. He's always going to be on the team unless
Not
he's
until he
traded
gets
off
traded
or
he gets
retired
injured
or whatever.
and he has a bad
But
season-ending
regardless,
injury.
you always have to worry about this dude who will heavily pursue your woman if he wants her.
Who
He's
you've
gonna
knocked out before.
Exactly.
Right.
But he's bigger than you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always going to be in the back of your mind. You're always going to think, well, she left me once for him. Will she do it again? It doesn't matter how much you're in love with somebody. That fear will still be there because it's happened already.
So basically what you're saying is that these hoes ain't loyal. That's what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
That's
Alikona?
exactly what I'm saying.
You saying that?
Hey. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Some people say, if you let it go and it comes back,
It's meant to
then
be.
It's
malarkey.
yeah. But if you let it go and then you get a job working for her dad on the same court, it gets tougher.
Oh,
Some
you know
people
what?
say that.
I really love that her dad, I love that Pete asked her. As much as German's like, hey, don't say
Yeah.
anything. First of all, it was cool to see them go on that little jog together. They're doing fatherly, daughterly things. So they're establishing a relationship. And it's very cool that he was open and honest. And to me, that shows a little bit of him and his character and who he is.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's evolving and becoming better people.
Well, because here's the thing. Pete, right now, as we've seen, is around a lot of women. Pete has a lot of estrogen floating around his head right now.
He
just
said those
with-
Hayes women are
with
hard to deal with
Sloane.
sometimes.
Right. Sloane's there now. So I feel like the only good relationship he has is with Asha because, what he had with Raquel, and then his
Let's just
his
talk. Wait,
wife
hold
coming
on.
back.
Now that you mention it, out of all the guys on this show, Pete has the most game. If you think
Does
about
he
it,
have the most game,
in
though?
the sense of he's got Raquel, he's got Sloane. Even though him and Sloane aren't together, and they agree at the end of the show that they're not mad at each other, blah blah blah. There's still this something that I personally feel between them that there is a little bit of
Oh, yeah.
I
definitely.
miss you chemistry. But then his ex-wife comes back, so out of everybody, he's actually got 3 girls.
Okay, well, all right.
You gotta
yeah,
give
you
him-
can-
you gotta
yeah,
give him
you can-
props for
yeah,
that.
you can- I
Oh,
mean,
absolutely.
he's Superman, so
He is Superman.
Yeah, you can
That's
do
and
things
that's 3 girls that we know about.
That's true.
That's-
Why are you trying to get him caught up now? That's because we know about he's on Craigslist missed encounters. You don't know what's going on.
that's funny.
But yeah, no, I mean, so with his relationship, it is nice to see this, like you said, this whole father-daughter thing, and so he's really trying to, I see you trying to be in her life, but I think that's weird now that Asha has her mother and her father at work.
Well, that's true, but she's totally screw you, mom. Here's mom. I'm here to. She's trying to intervene with I want to call her Logan, and it's not Jelena. There you go. Mom's trying to step in and protect her from Jelena, but I think mom needs protecting herself. And Asha has a point. Like, I've been around her longer. I think I can handle her.
Right, and then Asha's worried about her mom being there, and then that's an interesting.
But
But
okay,
but I mean, really though, like, what do you think that Jelena, right? I'm messing it up. What do you think that she can really do to Sloane? I mean,
Well,
like,
we learned that she can't do anything, and that she's there to stay.
But it doesn't mean
Right.
just because she can't do stuff playing by the rules, if you will, it doesn't mean that she can't do anything to her.
But
do you know what I mean? Like, be it
who's to
blackmail
say
or
that
something else.
Sloane
Right.
can't do anything to her, though. You know,
That's true. She hasn't stepped into that territory yet. Because what we've seen of Sloane is she's still taking the good approach, the morale approach, I think. It's only a matter of time before she gets sucked back into the world and maybe becomes the next Olivia.
Do you think there is longevity there for Sloane to be the coach?
I hope so. I would like to think she's
Well, yeah.
familiar enough with the world of the devils, if you will, that she can hold her own.
For sure. But it's also like with the relationships, you got Jelena, but then also with your daughter. That's like us here, and then like, you know, like my mom's working like the computer, like, hey, Mark, don't do that. Don't do that. Mark, I told you not to do that.
but then also too, because like we know that Sloane doesn't want to be there for too. That her purpose there isn't for longevity. Her
Right, she's
purpose
getting
there
texts
is to shut this thing down. Like that's her
That's
her
true.
end goal. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like she's going in there to wreck shop. Like she's essentially like this angel that's coming into this devil's playground to really kind of
Nice play on words. Nice play on words. Oh.
And
Did you write that down? You
I
did write that down.
you know,
I'm over here taking notes. This dude's got it all up here.
So I mean, but no, because if you're really thinking about it, because like this, like I said, you know, the first thing, like the show, it kind of has this like underlying, you know, type of thing where it's like this is kind of like not purgatory, but it's not hell, but it's like, you know, like, but it's so seedy and like there's so much stuff going on,
Yeah.
and then so Sloane like sees this going in because she got out. Right, so she was like the one who got out, who was able to kind of really like, you know, get her life together. But now she's coming back in. She's like, okay, because like now my daughter's here, and at the end of the day, you know, like a mother, she's gonna do whatever she can to protect her daughter. You know,
Right.
So I think this is. I don't want to say this for predictions, but with this new cat Zero, right? Since he has this, you know, very Christian approach and this and that and yada yada yada.
Okay.
So you know, I mean, like he could be another quote unquote angel going into devil's territory, trying to, you know.
Did you just quote yourself for that?
No, it's just angel. He just, you know, because he's
my thing.
he's very religious.
Okay. Yes and no. I feel like there is something because it's hit the floor. He's not going to be just purity walking through the
No,
doors.
because you can't be.
But I think Jelena is very correct in calling him out. She walks in, first of all, thank you, shirtless shot. Thank you. But outside of that, he's hitting on Jelena. I like that he called her out as far as he let her say her whole spiel about I'm too much of a woman. Do you know whose girlfriend I am? And even as I'm watching the show, I'm thinking, Jelena, really? Do you know? Someone's going to find out you're not dating him anymore.
Yeah.
And of course, home dude calls him out or calls her out, ex-girlfriend. But he's quoting, you know,
Scripture.
Yeah.
scriptures out of the Bible. And I'm like, nah, dude. Like, no, there's something wrong about this. And even she said, it's an act. It's something. It's something. Like, why would you? He had the opportunity to be on ESPN solo, if you will, and invited Terrence and Derek on. Does not know them.
Yeah,
like,
so he has
he's
some
got some
ulterior
sort
motives, for
exactly, whether it be to fit in or something else. But no.
and for Jelena to get anybody else, I think with Yelena's character, out of anyone, she's the one that needs some sort of character or something to chase the most to like even pursue another guy. Like he has to be some kind of like
Yeah.
angel,
Mythical creature.
mythical creature.
Oh, so the situation has turned, and now she is the Derek, and Zero is the Asha. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's way different. I don't even know. I'm like,
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, because you know, like, so their dynamic is interesting, and because I feel that she's only doing it because her ulterior motive is with Terrence. You know, she's like Terrence with who
Of
we
course.
found out was a doctor, was his doctor. We don't know if anything's going on there,
Right, yeah.
But you know, from just what she saw, she thinks, okay, who is this chick, right? So, you know, and, you know, the way that she walked up to him and, you know, accepted the date and all, you know, stepping in front of Terrence is,
That's for
you know,
sure.
Yeah.
and shout out to Donald Rollins, who had like the real quick cameo, who was talking to Terrence in the Devil's Playground, the fellow comedian, funny
yeah.
guy. Anyway,
And like something has to be up. So it's like you got Jelena and you got Zero, both putting on some sort of front.
Of course.
Like, is that who they are when they go home? I don't think so.
No.
But that's and like if for Zero to say to step, you know, to you got Jelena stepping in front of Terrence and accepting that date, like, oh yeah, now like he's a team player talking about, hey, let's go, you guys
And
to
he
be on
knows,
ESPN,
yeah.
and then for him to be like, oh, you know, he's still.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
no. But like
shady stuff.
the whole ESPN thing, you know, like because he doesn't want to make it about him, especially like going into a team, you know, that has 2 established stars. You know, like I'm a trade. Like I'm not, you know, because like when LeBron James went to Miami, you know, like he had
Took less money.
He had Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh there. You know, they all did this thing together. So
Right.
like that's basically what that was. Because if LeBron James made it about him, LeBron hasn't, you know, won a ring. You know,
Right.
Dwayne Wade won a ring. So it's like
I think that's a very gentleman thing to do.
right.
And then
But
ask
he's
your
also-
ex-girlfriend out then too. That's
yeah,
gentleman.
so there's something there. Like he's
She's his ex though, so
he's
she's
like,
not
hey,
a
come
girlfriend.
on, let's be a team. Let's be a team, and then let me take your girl.
Yeah, that's
Something
trouble.
like
That's
that.
trouble.
Come
That's
on,
trouble.
They're
Nick.
not together
Come
anymore.
on.
She's single.
Come on.
That's a dollar bill.
So, anyways, let's talk about Lionel. Let's talk about
Super
her.
sexy. Jody Lynn O'Keefe. Oh my God.
She is. She's quite beautiful. Amazing eyes. P.S. By the way.
Yo, I don't know what it is about this show, but you got Logan Browning, you got Valerie Ortiz, and now Jody Lynn O'Keefe, all with these beautiful eyes.
You can't.
Oh,
Yeah, you're not. You won't be casted unless you have pretty eyes.
Right,
That's
yeah.
that's the rules. So anyway, she comes stomping in. Okay. I don't like actually how she came walking in, and obviously her and Pete separated for their own reasons, what have you. And when they meet up at Devil's Playground, obviously Raquel and Pete finally did the duty, and
Did they really
I
do the
think
duty?
so.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
he said no, I want to make it special, and then she's like,
is very
no,
sweet.
I want to make.
But okay,
you know.
but one thing I'm mad at is because we seen the sex scenes, you know, with Sloane and Pete. Those were some scenes, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And so this scene wasn't like
we didn't get it.
wasn't-
Like,
yeah.
Give it time, Nick.
Yeah,
Give it time,
impatient,
young
just
man.
trying to see Valerie naked.
No, I just
You revert.
I'm just
Come on.
saying, like, we're
Sorry,
showing more
Valerie,
sex this
Nick.
season.
You know, Nick is.
Listen, I just want. Listen, I don't know. I'm just saying, Valerie,
So-
if you got a scene, tweet me. Let me know.
So anyway, no, but they had their moments, if you will, and she's all giddy. She got her promotion. She's in Devil's Playground, ready to walk up to her boo, and then here comes wifey, and made it a point. She's smart. She's devious, and she's smart. Made it a point to introduce herself as Pete's wife.
Right.
And I'm wondering, does Raquel know? Or is that how she finds out?
Well, it didn't, because when she orders a drink from her at the club, right, and then she says like, for my husband, he'll have this.
right.
Is that the scene you're talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah.
Yeah, and girls always know, don't they?
They know.
Yeah.
They know.
I don't know
Yeah,
how.
You're smart.
I don't
They
know how.
know.
Girl intuition, I'm
But
telling
they
you.
know.
You're sleeping with her.
Right.
You know what? Because us girls, we do have intuition, but B, we are so obvious. And we don't mean to be. We just are. If another girl likes a guy, we can see it like that. But when we're the girl liking the guy, we don't realize how obvious we are. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay, so
Yeah,
anyways, that's exactly what
absolutely.
happened. All it is the way you look at somebody.
And then you got the guy over here like Nick, like this, like. And
Yeah,
you're
he's
sleeping
like,
with her. It's like, I'm out of here.
Anyway, do we like Lionel?
Yes, and the reason being is because now it's nice having someone else except for Jelena being the bad, devious person because
Yeah, for
she
sure.
has ulterior motives too. So now it's like a battle of the eyes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
And-
she made a sure. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, like having all 3 new characters this season,
Right.
how they've come in so seamlessly too. Like it's
Yeah.
already, we feel like they've already been there the whole time.
There was
It's
no
like-
weird introduction. Yeah.
It's like everything felt like it was right, like it needed to be. So
It's true.
perfect stuff.
And what about Jude? Because obviously before the show, we get online, we read about there's new characters. There's this guy, Jude. He's a
Jude
junior
Kincaid.
agent. Yeah. And then they drop the bomb that he's actually Oscar's son.
Yeah.
But what's even sadder is the fact that Oscar doesn't even acknowledge him. You know, good
Right.
job, kid. Thanks, Dad.
I beat Oscar.
I mean, yeah. Ew. That makes me dislike him.
He's one of those guys too, though. It's like weird relationships.
Right. Well, and because like,
Everybody
we
has
don't
secrets.
we don't know. So hopefully they really kind of dive deep into their relationship or what happened. You know, because I mean, like it's
More flashbacks.
It's interesting, but I'm kind of like I mean, I don't really care that Oscar is like I don't care about you because to me, it's like it doesn't really help the story along for me unless something happens.
Well, it will. It will.
I mean, no,
you know
because,
James
like,
LaRosa. He doesn't.
No, I know. All I'm saying is that like that little fact. Like I'm not like
It's there for a reason. It's strategically placed for a reason because it will explode later.
Okay.
I promise you.
Okay, we got 11 more episodes.
Yeah.
Predictions.
Yeah.
But you were
okay.
saying something about everybody's got secrets. We also saw a little note that said no more secrets.
Oh, that's right.
You know what? Okay. We were talking about whether or not Olivia was going to be going into season 2.
Right.
When Chase was at home and he saw that note and the shower was going, and obviously he was making it known that she hasn't been talking to him, whatever. I honestly thought she committed suicide in the shower. I don't know why. It's just the inkling I got.
Really?
Yeah. And then turns out she's dead, obviously not by choice. But
Hold on. I mean, do we know that that's Olivia?
we don't, but it's
we
her
don't
wedding
know
ring.
that that's
I mean,
Olivia.
here's the thing. Oh, you guys maybe catch me up because I was taking notes at the time, and Oscar was having a conversation with Chase saying pretty much she's going to show up at the groundbreaking. No, she's not. Take care of it. Was he implying take care of it like that?
Well, because remember,
One way or another, she showed up.
Oscar said that.
I just got that.
Oscar said that someone said or someone let him know that Olivia was planning on showing up, right?
Yeah.
And then so Chase, he was like, da 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 da, but he was like, I need you to take care of it. Like, no, I need you to take care of it and make sure that she doesn't.
AKA,
Right.
give her the axe.
So, but he wasn't saying it for Chase to,
Yeah, I don't think he was saying
to
that.
whack her, but he was just like, when you have money, you don't get your hands dirty. It's basically what it is. Like you hire goons for that. So get one of your little goons and have them.
But do you think that if that is the case and he got one of his goons to take care of it, he purposely told them, okay, you want me to have my wife whacked? And obviously I have to because whatever Oscar has over him, he just feels the need to do whatever Oscar says. He's going to put that situation right in his face as far as, when Oscar hit the body.
Right.
Like, I don't know. I think he would have done that on purpose. Like, put her right here because I want Oscar to know and I want him to feel the heat and the repercussions for what he's asking me to do.
Yeah, but I don't think he could do that. Can you live with yourself?
money makes people do crazy things
To their
especially
own
and it's
spouse.
like if whatever it is, whatever the blackmail may be, it's like you don't want this getting out and you can lose 6 figures, 7 figures, whatever the case. I don't know, but money makes people do crazy things.
Are you sure they knew that that's where they were gonna dig?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
well,
when you
if
do
it-
a groundbreaking. But no, hold on. Before we even get into that, where in Hollywood could you put a stadium? Hollywood is not that big, first of all.
No, you can-
Secondly, there's no room at all for any
let's
type of
think about
stadium.
this.
It's
Nowhere.
Hollywood. It's TV.
You could put it somewhere. They could probably like elevate it, put it like over.
No,
So you
because
gotta
and then
float
if
up.
you look at had a view of the Hollywood sign in the background, so apparently it was within
Maybe they took down one of like the Trader Joe's or something and they put it there.
they probably did. Right.
Anyway, okay, so going back into the episode, we covered all 3 new characters. We talked about, I think, just about every single relationship thus far, yes?
Oh wait, Kyle.
Thank you,
Wait
that's
a
who I
minute.
was trying to think about. Yes, Kyle. I was wondering if her husband was going to be going into season 2. Obviously, he split, right?
Well, he just got cigarettes.
Is that what happened?
He might be back.
Yeah.
Maybe. So what do you think about her teaming up with this dude? Do you think she's really going to do it? I mean, she wants that divorce.
I mean, she has to.
She doesn't have to.
Technically, she has. Well, and 'cause
Yeah.
she still owes the money.
And the
so
guy
it's-
is not going anywhere.
He's
there.
not good,
whether-
so she has to.
So,
350
so,
grand.
but
Right,
do you
it's a lot of
think
money.
with all this conniving going on, by the way, I love that she had her little playbook that he went through.
Yeah, what's all the dollar signs mean?
$2 signs, he's all right. $4 signs, this is who I want to sit next to. But anyway, not to get into prediction territory, but what would be the odds that she starts working with this dude? They raise this money. First of all, why do you want to raise money with her? Why not let her do all the hard work unless you're underneath somebody else who's putting pressure on you to get money back from your client? But what if a romance happened with them?
Actually, I think we did see something. If you looked in the trailers prior to the season premiere tonight, they did show Kyle making out with a gentleman who looked like the guy. looked like the
Interesting.
bookie.
I wouldn't be surprised. Would not be surprised.
I mean, not saying Kyle's a hoe, but
She knows what she's doing.
she kisses a lot of men, so I wouldn't
Yeah.
put it past her.
And they got some kind of chemistry going on.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this, but But I want to leave it with, there was another great scene at the very end, or at least for the ladies who love Derek, because we totally got flashed, and I did not see that one coming.
Why is he naked? Why is he getting naked?
Yeah, why?
What
Why
happened?
is really?
I left early. I left early this
that
time.
what
Usually I
happened?
stay for the whole thing, but I had to,
well,
stomach issue. I was
James, season 3. Can we not have all? And why was all of McKinley's shots when he was topless? Like,
He was topless, like he's a girl or something.
Can we have some more females? I understand we got dances and whatnot. We didn't even talk about the dance, but I understand we got dances. But can we, show some more females?
First episode, the very first episode, the pilot episode, we just
Right, yeah.
and then
So-
I guess it's just
Because,
tradition.
he's just catering
chalk
to
out
us
to
ladies.
tradition?
He's
on.
catering to us. James,
Come on,
I'm not
James.
mad at you. It's
Come on,
okay.
James.
We got a lot of frontal shots, one behind shot. I'm okay with that, right?
Yes, you're
Yes.
right.
Let's talk about the dance.
Absolutely.
Did anybody catch, and this could just be me in my own mind, but I love the fact, first of all, I was like, wow, Janet Jackson, if I recall, I don't recall the songs they used last year, but I thought it was music that was made for the show. This, I thought, wow, how did they get the rights to Janet? Then I thought, oh, cool. Flashback, if you will, because Kimberly Elise was in For Colored Girls with Janet Jackson, and then I made the connection that the song is Janet Jackson. I was like, oh, wow, that's a cool little tie-in.
Yeah,
That is a cool little
Okay,
time.
that was just me. That was just me. That
That
was
was
me.
very
That
like right. Like, you really put those pieces
Yeah.
together.
we're still
my
piecing it up.
question though about the dance: when does Jelena ever practice?
She don't have to. She's Jelena Howard.
She like choreographed it and shit.
No, but
Actually, Michael
we
Rooney
never
choreographed,
see her.
choreographed
He
the
did.
whole season. Amazing stuff. Shout out to Michael Rooney. Got some great stuff going on.
Great dance. But we
He's
never
shouting
see
out
her.
because he wants to be in the next season and he wants to dance with the girls.
Have you seen these moves?
I have.
I did.
Actually.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
And Mark can do
They
the
have been
splits.
retired.
So anyway.
But yeah, great dance and that thing they had with the breakdown in the middle with the footwork and the whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, it was.
You know what I'm
I
talking
mean,
about.
and it was a good first dance. It was a good opening.
Absolutely.
So hopefully, we see more and bigger.
You know what I want to see? This is what I want to see. And this is not predictions because this is what I want to see. But I would like to see Kimberly Elise break it down because we know she studied, she used to dance. And now that she is in charge and a director and obviously taking a very hands-on approach, I would love to see her in the rehearsal space doing a few moves, teaching the girls.
Maybe she will even make Jelena practice with the girls.
Oh, that would be nice.
Right?
she already
was
told her to
like,
go stand with him.
Right. And
Yeah.
she didn't.
She didn't.
Oh.
You know?
I don't know. Good stuff. Good stuff to come. It was a great start for season
Absolutely.
one. I mean,
Great
they,
season premiere.
Man,
yeah.
my head's just. I don't even know what to think now. What's going on? What's going to happen?
Get
I
ready
don't
for
know.
episode
Lots
two.
of stuff. Why don't we talk about some news and gossip and then we can talk about predictions.
For sure.
That way we can get into what we think is going to happen. All right, so we've got some pictures. It's getting pulled up at the moment. I will look at my notes. First of all, ladies, I'm sure you guys are all aware of hashtag MCM, Man Crush Mondays. I pulled up a few pictures.
Okay.
And we've got one up right now with all the gentlemen of Hit the Floor. So very sexy. You can go onto VH1. You can see a lot of the pictures. There's, I believe, 26 of them if you haven't been on the website yet. And what I love is they have James LaRosa included in the Man Crush Mondays. So very awesome, which I have a picture of him later on. Let's go into our second picture. This one, I believe, is Adam, and it is a picture of him modeling. Before he was an actor, he was obviously a model. Some cool stuff about him, because I want to talk about the new characters. So, Adam Sen, he started high fashion modeling right out of high school. Moved, I believe it was from Florida all the way to New York, and was working right away. I have a video. I'll show it next week. Unfortunately, we couldn't play it in this studio, but it is a video of him during his modeling career. Another really cool thing, he was born in Paris. Came out here, grew up in Texas, and he's got 2 restaurants that I know of, if they are still open, I hope. But really quick, they're in New York. There's one that was called Il Bastardo, which is a Tuscan restaurant, and I believe they renamed it Boca di Bacio, which would be Mouth of the Kiss of the Mouth. And then he's got another one that opened up called Film Center Cafe, which is homestyle Texas cooking. So it's really
Very
cool
cool,
to
yeah,
know that
that's
he's very entrepreneurial,
Yeah, very versatile.
model, restaurant owner, actor. You can see lots of pictures of him online. Also, random news that his fans probably know, but at one point, a few years ago, he was actually connected to Lindsay Lohan. I don't know if they were very romantical. People speculate.
Was he one of the 36 on Lindsay's list?
Oh, she has 36.
I mean, that's according to
it's
TMZ.
possible. It's
Oh,
possible.
TMZ.
Anyways, okay, so next picture is Brent Antonello. We know him as Jude. He is known for he's fairly new as far as being in the limelight, and that's what I love about Hit the Floor is James LaRosa is willing to take the risk, if you will, and use actors that are not so known, because obviously Taylor, she had a few credits under her belt, but this is a huge role for her very early in her career, and I love that he was willing to do that. And at the same time, he has very seasoned actors as well, too. But anyhow, so the picture I have is just him, and he's been in a few shorts. One is Fine Sunday, Moment of Clarity, and a pilot for something called Apex. Next picture I want to show is from a film. I apologize because I don't have the title of the film on me, but a cool fact is that he won a Best Actor award in 2010 at the Cannes Film Festival in France.
Oh, very cool.
But also up and coming because, again, all his credits are shorts, indies, and now he's on this network television show. So, amen.
Awesome, yeah.
Last but not least is Jodie Lynn O'Keefe.
Mm-hmm.
So,
The queen.
fun fact, she actually used to study tap and ballet. So another actress, yet again, associated with dance on a dance show. Okay, so she started modeling when she was 8 years old, and she got her first role on Another World, which is a soap opera. She was only a sophomore in high school when she booked that role, which is amazing to me anyway. So she's been in the business for a very long time. I do have a picture of her. I don't remember the order I put these in, but there is a picture somewhere of her in the movie She's All That, which is where I remember her from. I used to love that movie. So if you guys get a chance.
They just had their 15th anniversary.
They did last Friday, I believe.
Like that,
yeah. So that, and obviously she was on Prison Break, Nash Bridges. So she was on a lot of really big stuff. So again, really cool to see all these seasoned actors on this show, but again, new faces as well. So that's that. I believe that's all the pictures that I have. Yes? No, I have more pictures. Please do post and tell me
one
what
of
it
a
is.
guy eating a donut.
Oh, James LaRosa. Okay, so here's the story. Okay, and you don't have to keep the picture up too long, but that's James LaRosa. He is the creator of the show. And like I said, he's part of Man Crush Mondays. Well, when I was on VH1, I could not save the pictures, copy paste, and send them over to AfterBuzz. So I thought I will just Google image them and find them and send them over. Google image Man Crush Monday, James LaRosa, and this picture of him eating a ginormous donut popped up. And I was like, okay, I will take that. So that's James. Next picture, please.
It is a Twitter picture.
It is James LaRosa and Kimberly Elise, him wishing his wifey a happy Valentine's Day. And what I thought was really cute about it is the webpage I found it on was somebody saying, basically, this proves it. He really is married to Kimberly Elise. And I was
Hilarious.
like, yeah, I don't think that's really happened, but okay.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Hollywood. It's Hollywood.
Yeah. So anyways,
Hollywood
shout out to James LaRosa. And also, really quick in news and gossip, I mentioned before, Nick and I have some shorts that you will find on AfterBuzz. Behind the scenes, we got to interview everybody from James to Dean to Kimberly. So check that out.
And
when
the
you guys
dancers,
get,
yo.
Yes, and the dancers.
Oh my
Nick
God.
really liked that. So, that being said, it'll be up later on. Check that out. And let's go into predictions.
Let's do it.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
I just talked your ear off. I'm sure you're tired of hearing my voice and seeing my face, so I am going to pass the mic over to you guys to start with
All right,
predictions.
Nick, what do you think's going to happen?
You know what? I think that, well, first of all, so we know Rick Fox or Chase, he has to find the killer for his beloved wife. We also got to see Jude, this new cat, because what's her name, Lionel has this new little job for him. So he needs to see. We'll see if he's able to really kind of take care of Raquel.
Yeah.
And what else? Oh, and I mean we'll see how Pete does. With all these women around, and then we'll see if German Vega can last as an assistant coach in the big leagues, different from high school.
Yeah. Good point.
Go ahead, Mark. Mark, what's your prediction?
Let's see. I don't even know what's going to happen. Let's see. I think that we'll see Pete and Asha continue to get a stronger relationship. I think that we'll see who Sloane was texting. I was kind of thinking it was maybe possibly that detective from before to see what is happening with that. And see if that ties in with the death at all. And let's see, who else we got?
more sex scenes.
Yeah, I think
Well,
there's
obviously.
I see like another
Yeah.
dance in our future.
Do you see Asha sleeping with anybody else in the future?
No, I think she's gonna, tame it down and like
Put on the
realize
chastity
that,
belt.
yeah, like, hey,
Yeah.
you gotta work for this.
Abstinence.
You know what, girls,
It's
you should
key.
be making them work for it so that
Don't just give up the cookies, is what Mark is saying.
yeah,
You know?
yeah, Oreo like cookies. I mean, it's
Did
good.
you say Oreos?
Yeah, Oreos. Yeah, Chips Ahoy.
Mark's down with the swirl. Swirl
down
is
Oh
amazing.
God, nah, that's what I'm saying.
That's basically what you were saying,
Yeah,
Mark. That's basically
subconsciously.
what you were saying.
Why you gotta
Right.
take it there, Nick?
That's what it is, and it's the theme of the show too. If you think about
Yeah,
it.
everybody
I
is.
guess
Yeah. So, anyways, okay, my prediction, really quick. I think that Jude is going to get involved somehow, either with Valerie or with Lionel. I think he's going to try to work his angles with them, just because there needs to be another love triangle.
Because he's always inside that.
There's something with him, and obviously he's going to try to get in with Dad, because that's why he was telling Dad, by the way, I got Lionel, she's going to come in, the entire season. You didn't even ask me, but it's great publicity. So I think him being around her, maybe they might have a slight affair. I'm still trying to figure out what Lionel wants from Pete, because it's something. She's not just there because of basketball, obviously.
Right, and because they're still married, right?
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah, but is she still attracted to him? Because she's making it a point to try to get rid of Raquel, get her out of the way.
She wants some young dude.
I don't know.
She
She's
wants
that
some
kind
Either
of
way,
woman.
that's my prediction for that. I do think Jelena and Zero will go in a direction for a little while, but I think they're both going to end up being evil. I don't think there's purity in that relationship at all. As far as Derek and Asha, I think that's going to ride out for a long time. Me personally, I don't know. I mean, it would lose the excitement, I suppose, of
Hopeless
him just
romantic.
taming down. But yes, I am. Oh. So, that's my prediction. Anyway. That wraps up tonight's show. Thank you guys for
man.
joining us for a very exciting episode 1, season 2. We will be back next week. And of course, we always love to have guests. So you will see your favorite actors from the show joining us soon. Thank you again, and we will see you next week.
Where can we
Goodbye.
find you
Oh,
guys?
wait. Yes. So smart. That's why we hired her. So I'm Alikona Bradford. You can find me at Kiss My Passport if you want to continue the conversation. Let's talk hit the floor. Or you can find me on my website. It's alikonabradford.wix, which is wix.com/television host.
Hey, that was good. You can find me all over the internet. Mark Rodriguez TV, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. What about you, Nick?
Just Google it, guys. It's Nick Purdue. Google it.
He's all over the place.
Perdue.
P-E-R.
I thought it was Nick Rodriguez.
Just
I'm
Google it.
confused.
I don't
What?
even know what's
Yeah.
going on.
Anyways, thanks, guys. We'll see you next
Making fun of the cookies.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.